Over the past 5 or 6 years, we have seen very little activity in terms of violence when it comes to Southeast Asian gangs, and that is up until October 20th. And it was on October 20th, that week, from October 20th to October 26th, we had 6 shootings in our city that were attributed to or involved Southeast Asian gang members, primarily the TRG gang as well as the LB gang. Both of those are historically Southeast Asian gangs in our community.
Yes, folks, so with respect to actually why these individuals are engaged in these shootings back and forth, it really does boil down to 3 things. And what that is status, acceptance, and recognition. In a gang community, for you to obtain status within a gang, sometimes, as we see in case in point with the TRG gang member who was actually shot by his own gangs, you have to actually go out and put in work. So status would be one, acceptance would be the other. Once you have some of that status, you're accepted amongst those gang members and our fellow gangsters, and then by and large you get recognition. So that's generally speaking how we look at or identify these gang members involved in that activity. And then as we see with specific shootings going back and forth, there's a variety of reasons. Could be for territory, could be for females involved and or drug sales, or a variety of other two. And then what we see is retaliatory shooting back and forth. So from the violent aspect, what we try to do is get on top of it and identify those members that are involved in one shooting, and then we shake up both sides of the house.
Conference and talk about some of the shootings. People start thinking, is violence in the city out of control, or is it on the rise? And the truth of the matter is violent crime is down over 8% this year as compared to last year. We've had 4 consecutive years of violent crime decreases, 4%, 6%, 7%, and this year over 8%. And what we look at also is shootings. Shootings are the one area that we can look at to see if we're making a difference, especially as it pertains to gangs. And I'll give you 3 numbers. In 2012, at this time, we had 290 shootings in our city. In 2013, at this time, we had 275, and this year we have 225. So 50 fewer shootings this year at the same time as it was last year. So we are making a significant difference. And we also categorize gang shootings. Of those 225 shootings, 148 of them are gang shootings. And again, that's still lower than the ones we had last year. And there's a reason, I believe, why the number of shootings are down. And it's simply because whenever there is a flare-up of gang shootings or retaliation, a plan goes into action. Lieutenant Mark Salazar, the street violence section, immediately pulls everyone together and puts together operations like he did in this case, which is what stopped the violence immediately and put the right people in jail, took the guns off of the street, and we will continue to see these numbers decrease in our city as a result of that.